Ooh, welcome to Ty's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September the... I'm trying to fix my camera. September the 27th, 2025. We're going to be talking about NXT's No Mercy. Because we have a big thing that's happening on October the 7th, next week. Not this Tuesday, next Tuesday. We're going to have a special event of the whole TNA and NXT thing, the invasion, and Ava talked about what happened. So her and Santino made a decision, and their decision is that in October 7th we will have a special show called Invasion. TNA versus NXT. And on this NXT and TNA show, Invasion, we're going to have a Survivor Series style match. I think it's a traditional Survivor Series match. Team NXT versus Team Team TNA. Two of these Survivor Series traditional match. One for the men's and one for the women's. And this Tuesday, Ava and Santino is going to choose who will be in their teams. And we did hear, and it's official. Everybody's banned. NXT stars and TNA. Ava doesn't want to do the same thing that happened with Trick and Alba Femi's championship match. So everybody's banned. We have another winner-take-all match. We got the tag team champions. We have Dark States. We'll be versing the Hardy Boys for both tag team titles. But my question is, will they let Dark State win the match and hold both titles? Or do they want the Hardys face Team 3D for the tag titles? Remember, what happens if the Hardys win the tag team titles? The NXT tag team titles. Do they put the NXT tag team titles on the line against Team 3D? I have no idea. And ladies and gentlemen, we saw a whole bunch of social media, Twitter and Instagram. Two people from Twitter, Frankie Kazarian says he's in this invasion, and we heard from Mustafa Ali as well. And then we had Mike Satana on Instagram. He had a video and saying that he talked about Bound for Glory, but he says for NXT, we're going to destroy you because he's coming to NXT this Tuesday. Moose said the same thing. He's coming to NXT because he wants to show that TNA is the better brand than NXT. So we're going to have multiple TNA guys showing up on NXT. But the question is, who's going to be the team captain for TNA? And who's going to be the team captain for NXT? This is a big match, but this is only 3 matches got confirmed. They can't do a women's championship winner-take-all because it's 2 NXT stars. If Lolo Vice won the match or JC Jane retains, doesn't matter. Kalani Jordan is from NXT. Can they choose? Can TNA choose their TNA World Champion to be part of their team? The guy's from NXT. He's not in TNA. He's from NXT. He's holding the TNA World Title, but he's not from TNA. So is Kalani Jordan. I don't think she could get chosen by TNA from Santino to be on Team TNA. Well, we have a sad news here that we think Joe Hendry might join the Dark States. Dark State, because he lost twice to the Dark States. And the Dark State told him, if you're not with us, you're against us, bad things happen. And Joe Gacy, not Joe Gacy, why am I saying Joe Gacy? Joe Hendry is thinking, what if I join them? So we have a big invasion show that's coming up. Some people wish it was a PLE, but I knew it might be a special show. A special event. So that's interesting. I'm happy they're bringing back Invasion. I don't think it's going to be over. Because TNA still has their world titles on NXT. None of the titles are getting defended. Except for the TNA titles. And the NXT. So, the tag team titles are getting defended. Not the women's. Not the world title. So, I don't think it's over yet. After this invasion. Maybe for Bound for Glory for the World Championship. I don't see Kalani Jordan losing the title because she just won the title. So, let's see what happens when she has a match with Indy Hartwell. Ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening, we got Javon Evans versus Josh Briggs. I thought it was a pretty decent match. Josh Briggs was acting like a monster. Javon Evans was doing his high risk. And they did bring up that Javon Evans will be versing Leon Slater at Bound for Glory. They did bring that up. And they did talk about Kalani Jordan becoming the TNA Knockouts World Champion. So that's pretty cool that NXT brought those two things up. So Javon Evans versus Josh Briggs, I thought it was pretty decent. The winner of that match was Javon Evans with a super cutter and getting the win. And then we have Sol Ruca defends her speed title. It was supposed to be Lainey Reed, but they said that she got injured while training. So she got kicked out and got replaced in the championship match. And the person that replaced her was Jada Parker. Jada Parker was in this match. It was almost over. This match was almost over, but they were outside the ring. And then when she knocked out Sol Ruca and throws her back in the ring, some reason she has to be distracted by Zarya. Zarya didn't do anything. And then Jada Parker did a pie face on her. Last Legend showed up. And then Last Legend got speared by Zarya. But the winner of that match and still the speed champion was Sol Ruca. And then Last Legend thinks she should be the team captain for NXT. Miles Bourne wants to be the team captain for the men's side. And then we had a brawl with Last Legend when she wanted to do that. And she wants to talk about Jada Parker too. Jada Parker comes out and attacks her. And now we heard that this week it will be Jada Parker versus Last Legend. And then we had the weaponized steel cage match. Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe. Dangerous match. They were hurting each other so badly. Some reason they had a hairdryer as a weapon. But every weapon in there was pink. Blake Monroe's favorite color. But, ladies and gentlemen, they didn't brought out scissors. No, they didn't do what AEW does. Stab somebody with them. Blake cut Jordan Grace's hair with them. Really dangerously. So I think on Tuesday, we're going to see Jordan Grace with a new haircut. I think so. But the winner of that match was Jordan Grace getting the win after she did like a dead eye, a dude buster off the turnbuckle into a table, and there was jewels on the ground, not thumbtacks, jewels, diamonds, and they landed on that. Jordan Grace gets the win. Next, we got Ethan Page defending his North American Championship against Sabian Heights. Pretty decent match. Not a big fan of Sabian Heights. I don't know why I'm not a big fan. He's good in the ring, but I'm not a big fan of him for some reason. It was a pretty decent match. Sabian Heights tried his best to win this match, but the winner of that match, and still the champion, Ethan Page. But there is the Latin American champion on the Titantron, Dr. Wanger Jr., says, Ethan Page, you have your eyes on my title. I got my eyes on your title. I will see you soon. They didn't say at Invasion because he's not a TNA guy. He's a AAA guy. So we don't know when this match is going to happen. It could be happening at Halloween Havoc because that's happening in October as well. So we don't know when that match is happening. We have the NXT Women's Championship match, Jacy Jayne versus Lola Vice. Lola Vice had her family in the audience to finally see her win the championship in her hometown in Miami. Well, we thought it might happen because Molly Hanley got kicked out of the ring. She got kicked out of the arena because she pulled out the referee. She got kicked out, but at the end, Lola Vice got kneed by a hooded person. Somebody in the hood did a running knee to her face. I think I know who it is. Because I've seen that knee shots on Candice LeRae on NXT last week. From Laney Reed. That's how she got her shot at the NXT, the Speed Championship. The winner of that match, and still the NXT Women's Champion, is Jacy Jayne. We did not see who attacked Lola Vice. They didn't unmask herself. Maybe that's going to happen on Tuesday. We have no idea. Normally, when they do hooded people, they reveal them. But some reason they didn't want to reveal this person. I think it's Laney Reed, because I think she did her finisher. But the weird thing is that she's injured. I think she's legit injured. I think so. Is she legit injured? I don't know. But, yeah, I think it's Laney Reed. I think Laney Reed is replacing Jasmine Nix because she's out of the WWE now. They cut her off by getting attacked. And I think it's Laney Reed is going to... she's the one that attacked her. And we know that it's not going to be a match between Jasmine Nix and Reed because Jasmine Nix is gone. She didn't sign a new contract. So, yeah, I think it's Reed that did it. They saying that it could be a TNA star. But I think it's Reed. Because some reason Reed been really cozy with Jacy Jayne. Being nice, complimenting her, and all that stuff. She had a thing with Lola Vice. They had a conversation saying that Lola Vice cannot beat Jacy Jayne. So, I don't know what to tell you guys about that. We got Ricky Sainz versus Oba Femi for the NXT Championship. Oba Femi was just destroying Ricky Sainz with his power, destroying the man. The guy couldn't get up. He tried some defense. But Ricky Sainz did like 4 DDTs during this match. He did a tornado DDT in the ring, and then he did a DDT on the announce table. I think they said he did one in the ring, and then he did one on the announce table. He reversed a powerbomb, and then he did another tornado DDT where he kicks up from the apron outside the ring to knock out Oba Femi. And then he did another DDT, he reversed another powerbomb, and then another tornado DDT, and then he gets the win. We have a new NXT champion. His name is the Absolutes, Ricky Sainz. Ricky Sainz is the new champion. Does that mean because they want Oba Femi to be part of that Survivor Series traditional style match? Because that would be a big one. Because maybe Moose is going to be in it. I'm hoping it's somebody new people that never wrestled on NXT. Like, I want to see Steve Maclin wrestle. He's not the international champion anymore. But I want to see him wrestle. I want to see Eric Young wrestle on NXT. I'm hoping we get more TNA versus NXT matches get announced. Like, maybe we get to see a tag team match with an NXT stars teaming up with Javon Evans to face Leon Slater. How they're going to hype up their match for Bound for Glory. Is it just going to be only on TNA? I'm hoping they do something with NXT and TNA. Just like they did at the Great American Bash for the TNA World title. And they signed a contract for the Slammiversary match for the world title. I'm hoping we get to see something like that to hype up Bound for Glory. between Javon Evans and Leon Slater, even for the Knockouts Championship. I'm happy for Kalani Jordan. First ever Women's North American Champion. Second NXT woman winning the TNA World Knockouts World Championship. Bringing him back to NXT. I don't see she losing that title very fast because she's not a double champion. So she doesn't have to have two separate matches for two separate titles. She has one title, and I think I see she's holding that title for a couple more weeks or a couple more months, like Trick Williams. I think so. I don't think this war is done because nothing really is on the line with the Survivor Series traditional style matches. Nothing really is on the line. TNA doesn't get kicked out of the arena, or NXT can't go TNA's arenas. Nothing is really on the line here. The only thing that's on the line is those tag team titles, and you know, if Hardy's loses, TNA wants to get them back. If Dark State loses their tag team titles, NXT wants to get them back. So the war is not over yet. I don't see Kalani Jordan losing the title at Bound for Glory. I don't see that. I think we're going to see more NXT stars showing up at Bound for Glory. This war is not ending at the Invasion show. It's not ending at Bound for Glory. I think it could end like a Stand and Deliver. I don't think that's going to wait that long. But when they have another big show for NXT, I think it's NXT. Or TNA. But NXT and WWE has more bigger views and more audience watches their show. I think if you're going to do this type of angle, you should do it on the top shows. And that's NXT right now. So yeah, even Moose says this partnership between WWE and /NXT and TNA partnership is better than what they got on AEW. I say it is. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. My opinion says, yes, Moose is right. This is a better partnership for TNA. Because you see more of the TNA stars more than you saw the AEW guys on TNA or Impact Wrestling. Yeah, you get to see Private Party, Christian Cage, Kenny Omega, but when they win the championships, you stop seeing them until the big pay-per-views. Kenny Omega never showed up on Victory Road or anything big. He showed up on Slammiversary, Bound for Glory. I don't think he showed up on Bound for Glory. I think he lost the title before that to Christian Cage. So yeah, I say this is a bigger one that they have. Yeah, TNA never won any NXT titles yet, but I think they could win it sometime when they get a chance to. Because TNA wants to be like the good guys, the face brand, while NXT is being the bad guy brand. They don't want to take NXT's titles. They just want their titles back. And now, because this invasion, now they are trying to do something about it. They've been trying to bring multiple guys or women, try to take their title back, but now they know that they can't do that. They can't just send one guy or two guys, Mike Santana and Joe Hendry, and one woman, two women. Let's send the whole TNA roster, right? So yeah, I see what's happening here. They're trying to be the babyface of this whole rivalry, while NXT is the heel part of this rivalry, because NXT is taking all their titles, and TNA never tried to take any of their titles on their shows. I think one time they did it was the NXT Tag Team titles. Jacy Jayne never defended her NXT Women's Championship. She had that winner-take-all match at Slammiversary, but when she won the Knockouts title, she never defended her NXT Women's Championship on TNA. They never used the advantage while Jacy Jayne was on TNA that they put the NXT Women's Championship on the line. Not like NXT when Trick Williams won it, they had NXT stars go for the TNA World title. They made matches for it. On NXT, they used the advantage of that title being on NXT, being defended on NXT. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. Let's see what happens on Raw. We found out that AJ Styles will be versing John Cena at Crown Jewel somewhere in October. I forgot the date. At Crown Jewel. And let's see what happens there. We know the World Champion versus the WWE Champion. Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Stephanie McCurry, the Women's World Champion versus the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. That's all happening at Crown Jewel. More matches has to be announced. We don't know which ones are going to be announced. That's all me today. Tyler's out. See you guys Tuesday. Bye!